Hello again. This time we're at Detroit again. It is Detroit Detroit time. Simulated time is 10:10 in the evening. And we'll be pushing back momentarily. We're en route this time to Raleigh-Durham, North Carolina for this leg of the flight. So, and it's we're pushing back here shortly. I'm showing time of 22:09, so we're going to start a pushback here. And we should be pushing momentarily. We're pushing back from gate A66 in Detroit to RDU. We'll
and 237 starting pushback.
15. Turning on a few switches here to get things ready to go. We'll be turning south, and then we'll be taxiing to runway 4 right for departure. Northbound departure out of Detroit with southbound arrival into Raleigh-Durham. Flight time is scheduled for 1 hour and 40 minutes. I don't believe it'll take that long. Our cruise altitude is 37,000. We're flying a 757-200 tonight, and should be a fairly quiet flight, I think. Should be about ready to turn here. If not, we're going to stop this guy.
And 237 pushback at boarded.
And we're going to get our engine started and get ready to go. Make some adjustments here for the air bleed. We're going to shut off the APU now. And we should be about ready to go here. This 3D mode does not have a panel, so we'll see what we can do here. You'll see it looks like there's a 747 down here that's also getting about ready to go. So, I want to do something here. slow ourselves down a little bit now. Gonna check our weather one more time. 3023. Okay. There we go. Again, since this is a night flight, and as with all the flights, I'll be recording only the departure and the separate arrivals, and then putting them together later. Unless there is weather issues in between us that do come up, then I will probably bring that to your attention. Otherwise, it's going to be a pretty normal flight over to Raleigh, and not expecting anything out of the ordinary. It doesn't appear that there's anything going on here tonight. So we should be able to take off with an immediate takeoff here. Shortly we'll be announcing our departure, and we'll be getting ready to go here. Check one thing real fast to make sure everything is a go, and it is. Back to the 3D view. As we enter the runway, we'll turn the landing lights on. And we'll be rolling very shortly. And that first waypoint we cross will be crossing at 8,865 feet. We're now passing through 3,000. once we pass that spot, I will probably turn off the recording until we get to Raleigh-Durham. See a few clouds out tonight. And looking around a little bit, you can see where we came from. That's the airport over there that we just departed from. You can see the landing lights are still on the wings. We're headed off in the right direction, I think. And over here is Detroit, over in the distance there. And I forgot to turn on my tablet, so I'll be able to track this flight momentarily. Oh, we had a little bit of a wind change there. Maybe the engine's adjusting to the new winds. See a little bit of a cloud change as well. Our second waypoint's another 30 miles after we turn here, so we'll stick with it till that point, and then I'll turn the video off. We'll be crossing 10,000 feet in a few minutes, in a couple minutes, and then I'll increase the airspeed a little bit to accommodate for that. let's see, you see down to the lower left, lower right is, looks like Learnington, Michigan. Now we're on our way to our next waypoint. You can hear the engines spool up again as we continue our climb. Climbing rate now is about 1,300 feet a minute. We were climbing before at about 1,000 feet a minute, so we're climbing a little bit quicker, which is the reason you hear more out of the engines. In a minute, when I increase our airspeed, you'll hear that whine again until it reaches the new airspeed. And you should see the landing light turn off on the panel here. Where my finger's at, that's the landing lights there, indicators. So once I turn the landing lights off, that'll turn off. Now increasing our speed to 280 knots. So we're going through this layer of clouds here. Not a very heavy layer, it looks pretty light. We're getting through it rather quickly. Across our next waypoint at 16,000 feet, so we're at 12,000, just passing 12,000 feet now. So we broke through that one set of clouds. We've got a few clouds ahead of us yet. Looks like we're flying over probably Lake Erie right now. In a moment we'll be turning for the first end of the and we'll be turning towards Akron, Ohio momentarily. A little while. And once we pass this next waypoint at 16,000 feet, I'll be turning off the video. We're 25 minutes into the video now, so I'll be turning it off and turning it back on when we approach Raleigh-Durham. That beep you just heard is a warning beep that is telling me that we are reaching 1,000 feet to go to reach our cruise at the altitude that's specified. And as you can see, we're now turning to the next waypoint, so I'm going to go ahead and kill this video, and we'll see you on the arrival into Raleigh-Durham.